Good morning. Welcome to the Gardens and Graveyards channel. My name is Charisma and today we're in the lower garden and we're going to set up our fairy summer village. So every summer, most summers, I set up a little village for the fairy folk in my garden, and it's grown through the years and shrunk and grown, and my niece has helped me set it up sometimes. She's really interested. She always gives me little trinkets through the year to add, and one of my granddaughters is interested in it, but she hasn't been here to help me set it up yet. It's really fun to add their little magic into the fairy garden, and I'm a little late in setting it up. I usually set it up in May. It's June now, but that's okay. We're gonna get it set up for the summer. I only do it for summertime because it just helps the integrity of the village and all the houses and everything stay nicer than when I leave them over the winter. I've left them over the winter before, but this branching that you see here, this is an escallonia. And I set it up underneath here because I feel like it's very magical with all those like crazy branching, and it's a good spot to, it's kind of tucked out of the way and right along the walkway so people can see it very easily. But in the winter time, leaves from all the surrounding trees cover this area and gets wet and moldy and gross, and it's really hard to, like, I just can't blow all off because the fairy village has a lot of little tiny things and I'd blow them away and they get lost. So I've resorted to just giving them a summer village, and which is, you know, I feel like that is in sync with the coastal area. I live in the Oregon Central Coast, and people come here as tourists, right? They come here for the summer because that's when our weather is the best here. Otherwise, it's like cold and rainy. So that is just, it just seems like it works for our garden and for the fairies. And so we've set up the village here underneath the escallonia. This is on a really steep hill that has been stabilized by tires. Someone many years ago did that in this garden. It was like that when we moved here, and we love it. It's, you know, the tires have been recycled from someplace and they have been put to good use in our garden. They stabilize the banks here, and it gives me like really clear areas that I can garden in, because without it, it would just be sloping all the way into the creek and it would just be sloughing off. So now it's like terraced, right? So I have two good areas in my garden that I could plant in. But in the you know, the corners of the tires, it's not the easiest place to plant. I do have some things planted. Ferns have naturalized in here greatly, but it also makes a perfect little landing spaces to have this like terraced fairy village. So let's, we'll go through some of the things that I have for the village. We'll set her up and then I'll show you what it looks like in the end. Okay, so it's early in the morning and the sun's coming up through the trees behind me. So I'm fighting with like this weird dappled shade. So bear with me. So anyway, let's get into this tote of fairy magic. The new additions that I have this year are a little welcome sign and potted tulips and a bird bath. Cute. As well as a little tiny fairy house. This is not the standard fairy size, but it matches this one. So I thought, when I got this one, I thought, oh, how perfect. It's like the guest house or the garden shed or something of this one. So we're going to put these guys together this year. Oops. And then this, which is like really large, but maybe we'll hang it in a tree and let it light up and it'll be fun. So those are my 3 new additions for this year. And I've showed you my tulip house. So cute. Adorable. Most of these houses came from Big Lots. I've got a little table. This is an addition from my niece. It is actually a birdhouse, but we thought it was the cutest little fairy house. I haven't been able to pop this thing out because, you know, that's what makes it a birdhouse. The birds sit on it. But it works as a little beehive, honeycomb, fairy house too. Fairy gardens are all about imagination, right? Got a little wishing well. We have this little tree flower house. Matches my tattoo. And we have a mushroom house. So cute. We have an apple house. It's a pine cone house. Oh, we have a little trailer because it's the summer village. They're going to be bringing their trailers, right? Got an ice cream trailer shop. We've got a little bridge. Super adorable. I love all the detail of the little cobblestone bridge. Like little roof, the leaf roof. And what is this? Another mushroom. Fun. This one is a teapot. Cute. This little picket fence. Got a little gnome swing. I love that it has movement. It's fun. Another little tiny wishing well. All the wishes. And we've got this one. Fun little mushroom cap for its roof over the door. We have, this is a little music box with a little girl and a bunny, and it's cute. It says a family is a patchwork of hearts. And just the little tiny birds, it just fits in. All right, and then we have a tree house, a tree stump house. Fun? All right, those are all the houses, and then I've got a bucket full of little cute things. So just fun little trinkets and we've got like an arbor, whoops, eek. Trellis thing. We've got this bench. It matches my butterfly bench that I had that we don't have anymore, but we still have this butterfly part we're gonna have to put someplace fun. But that's cute, little bench. Little lights, little swings, fun, like little leaves. I do have a couple of tiny fairies to add in there. Not very many though. I like to just let the real fairies come and visit, and I want to scare them away with statues. This is a little merry-go-round. It used to move, but I think it's rusted now. Yeah. This is a little day bed. Sleep outside. Little gazebo. Just lots of fun things. We've got several of these paths that we can snake through the village. Another little bench. Adorable little chairs. We have these little pieces that were a part of a tiny tea set, but they just fit in with the fairy village. Same as this. It's just little tiny baskets. I don't know. And Spencer made me a sign that says Village of Eden Moor. He made me this little stake with a little hanger thing. Isn't that so cute? And then this just goes in the ground. I just love that everybody likes to contribute to the fairy garden. All right, let's get her set up and I'll show you what it looks like in the end. All right, so it's done. Just start from that side and go over. So we've got the mushroom house with a little arbor. There's a little piece of ivy that's growing out of this tire, so I thought, well, I'll just let it grow right there. A basket of flowers, a picnic table with some cabbage setting. And then over here we've got the tulip house. I put all the tulips together this year. So we've got the main tulip house, the guest tulip house, basket of flowers, the tulip fairy. She's got a little tulip dress on. Tulips growing in a basket, and the tulip light. Then down below we have the tree house and the wishing well, and we have a few different pictures, like cabbage made out of a pitcher and a little tiny lemon pitcher. I've lost the lids. They're somewhere in this area, but who knows underneath what and where. We've got a little fairy up there and another basket of flowers. And down here I thought, well, this is kind of like a state park, right? We've got like the ice cream shop, maybe a restroom, a space to park your RV, and then you can go up into the village. So we've got another mushroom house. This is a gardener's house, right? So we've got garden tools, chickens, corn, and then over here, simple and sweet pinecone house with the day bed outside. We've got the piece of bark sign that Spencer made us. We've got another flower house. That little tiny prince kind of matches that house, so I put them together this year. We've got the bee house up there, a little gazebo with the bridge going from one tire to the other, over to this tree house with a bench, and the tulip or the teapot house above with another wishing well. I put that lantern above the whole village, and I have this little cute saying. It says, "Life is a song, God's love is the music." And I like to hang that up in here. And we've got another little stained glass tulip plant thing right there. So the summer village is all set up for the season. Come along, little fairies. Ready for vacation now. All right, well, thanks so much for hanging out with me while I set up my fairy village for the summer. It is graduation weekend here where we are, and so I suspect that the fairy folk will come soon and watch all the children laughing and playing in the waves on the coast, and they'll have a whole village that they can come visit and tuck in at night. So that's my offering for the Fae this year. I hope that you're celebrating your life. I hope that you're including a little play and fun and whimsy into your garden and into your hearts and your lives. And I hope that you join me for the next video coming out tomorrow and every day. And make sure that you like and subscribe so that you're notified every time we post a new video. We tend to have very whimsical Wednesdays around here. So if you enjoyed this, I hope you continue watching and enjoy our Wednesday play. Until the next time, do keep celebrating your life, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.